Welcome back to another module of How Many Squares lesson. Previously, we have learned about the area and the perimeter of different shapes, and now we shall learn further more information in this lesson given. So, let us see one by one. So, on your screen, you can see a rectangle, uh, and the single rectangle is divided into two rectangles with the help of different colors, that is using two colors, and we are asked to find the area. So there are two rectangles made it from one rectangle, rectangle A, rectangle B. Rectangle A is in red color while rectangle B is in yellow color. All right, so it is easy to find out the area of both the rectangles. We know the formulas and we can easily find out the area of both the rectangles. So let us see. Area of rectangle A is equal to length into breadth. As you know, formula for finding out the area of any rectangle, length multiplied by breadth. So length is 3 and breadth is 2. As you know, you just have to count the squares. So length, there are 3 squares, and breadth is 2, there are 2 squares. So 3 into 2, 6 square centimeter is the area of rectangle A. Then rectangle B, let us find out the area of rectangle B. Area of B is equals to length into breadth, L into B. Again, length is 5. How? You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 squares. Each square is of 1 centimeter. So total 5 squares. So 5 centimeter. Length is 5 centimeter and breadth is 2 centimeter. So 5 multiplied by 2. 5 tens are 5 twos are 10. 5 twos are 10. So 5 multiplied by 2 is equal to 10 square centimeter. So area of rectangle B is 10 square centimeter while the area of rectangle A is 6 square centimeter. Okay, let us see next. Now in this slide, this is a big rectangle, and again this big rectangle is divided into two rectangles. So again we are asked to find the area of this rectangle, these two rectangles. So children, I hope you can do this as homework. Just simply count the squares, you will get the length and breadth, and then you can easily find out the area of both the rectangles. Okay. Here comes another homework question for you. Find the perimeter. This time you have to find out the perimeter of this figure. So to find out the perimeter, the basic thing you have to remember that you have to remember one common basic thing for this perimeter is that to find out the perimeter of any shape, any figure, you just have to add or sum up all the measurements of the sides of the given figure. Okay, so now here we do not have exactly the measurements, I mean we have to count here. Okay, so each square is of 1 square centimeter. So count the number of squares one by one and you will get the answer. So just you can try at home in the notebook and you will get the answer. Okay, so let us move to the next slide. Now here is a question. Draw two straight lines in this rectangle to divide it into one rectangle and two equal triangles. All right, they are asking us to draw two straight lines in this given rectangle so that this rectangle will be divided into one rectangle and two equal triangles. So with the help of two straight lines, we are going to divide this rectangle into two triangles and one rectangle. Let us see how we will do it. First of all, we'll try to divide by a line, and I will make first of all two rectangles. They are asking for one rectangle. First of all, we will divide this rectangle into two rectangles. Let us see. Yes. So here comes the line, and this line, that line divides this rectangle into two parts. So one is smaller rectangle, another one is bigger rectangle. Okay, now they have asked us to divide this rectangle with two straight lines. One straight line we have used, let us use the next one. Here comes the next one. So this entire big rectangle is divided into one rectangle and two equal triangles. All right, now let us see the questions based on this figure. Question number one is, what is the area of the rectangle? So there is only one rectangle after the division. After using the two straight lines, there is only one small rectangle, and answer is area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth, and the length is 4, breadth is 2. So 4 multiplied by 2 is equal to 8 square centimeter. Area of rectangle is 8 square centimeter. Let's see the next question. What is the area of each triangle? Now the answer is area of each triangle is equal to half into 12. Half of 12 is 6 square centimeter. So we got the answer 6 square centimeter. Basically there are two triangles and each triangle is 6 square centimeter. Now you may think, how did we get 12 there? Area of each triangle is equal to half into area of rectangle. Okay, the divided part, that is bigger rectangle, not smaller rectangle. Bigger rectangle's area is 12 square centimeter. How? You can count the number of squares and you'll find that there are 12 squares in that big rectangle and area is also 12. So half into 12 is equal to 6 square centimeter, because this line divides this big rectangle into two equal triangles. So half of 12 is equal to 6 square centimeter. So area of each triangle is 6 square centimeter. Okay, now here is a question. Divide the rectangle into two equal triangles. Okay, what is the area of each triangle? Here you can see one rectangle, and we have to divide this rectangle into two equal triangles. So how are we going to do it? Yes, you guessed it right. In previous example, the way we did it, we are going to repeat that same in this rectangle too. So let us find out the area of each rectangle. First of all, let us divide this rectangle. Okay, here comes this line, and this line divides this rectangle into two equal triangles. Okay, and we already have length of this rectangle, and we already got breadth of this rectangle also. So we know the area of this rectangle. How? Because area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. So 10 into 3 is 30. So area of rectangle we already know. So let us find out the area of each triangle. Okay, area of each triangle is equal to half into area of rectangle. As you can see on the screen, I have written clearly, area of each triangle is equal to half into area of the rectangle. So half into 30, area of rectangle is 30. So half multiplied by 30. So half of 30 is 15. So area of each triangle is 15 square centimeter. Another question. Draw two straight lines in this rectangle to divide it into one rectangle and two equal triangles. Okay, this is a similar question. We have learned about this. You have to draw a line and divide this given rectangle into one rectangle and two equal triangles. This we have done, and again questions are there. What is the area of rectangle? Once you divide it, you will get the rectangle and you will be able to find out the area of rectangle. Then next is, what is the area of each triangle? What is the area of each triangle? There will be two triangles, because you will be using a line to divide the rectangle to form two equal triangles. So we have to find out the area of each triangle. Okay, so this you take it as homework question. Okay, here comes a different concept, and interesting one, that is pentaminos. Now what is pentaminos? Pentaminos are shapes made from 5 joined squares. Okay, so you have to use 5 squares to make a grid. Okay, the in the picture you are seeing many grids are there. So all these are called as grids. Okay, so pentaminos are shapes. All these shapes are pentaminos. Why? Because they are made from 5 joined squares. Okay, so you have to join 5 squares, and if you join 5 squares, that will be a pentaminos. So there are 12 ways to create these shapes. Okay, there are 12 ways to create these shapes. Now if you count the number of shapes, you'll find there are 12 shapes: FIL, NPT, UVWXYZ. These are the names given to these shapes. They have been named as FIL, NPT, UVWXYZ. Okay, so these are the shapes, and if you rotate, flip, or change the sides, or if you displace, or if you change the places location of these pentaminos, of these shapes, there will be no difference. Okay, they will be identified as with that letter only. Like for example, I'll tell you, if consider u is a shape and you are keeping it inverted. Okay, now it is proper just like u, but if you are keeping it inverted, it doesn't mean that pentaminos or that u shape has been changed. No, the name will remain u only, no matter how much or in which direction you keep that shape. All right, so these are some pentaminos. Just remember, pentaminos are the shapes made from 5 joined squares. 5 squares, these are joined together, and pentamino is formed. All right, and this FIL, NPT, UVWXYZ, all these are names given to these pentaminos. Penta means 5. So pentaminos are the shapes made from 5 joined squares. Okay, now on screen you can see the same pentaminos are here. There are 12 pentaminos, and you are seeing some numbers 12, 12, 12, all these things. So what are these? See, these numbers written below these pentaminos are nothing but the perimeters of each pentamino shape. Okay, so you might find all are 12, 12 except one, that is 10. So basically it gives us idea that the perimeter of all the shapes is 12 except shape P. And you know how to find out the perimeter. Simply count the number of squares, I mean the boundary of squares, boundary of the shapes, and if you keep on counting, you'll find that the perimeter of these shapes is 12 except shape P. So remember, only P is different, otherwise all the perimeters are same, that is 12. Now if you find out the area is also same for all these shapes. How? Because we have used only 5 squares in each shape, so area of all the shapes is 5 centimeter. Because 5 squares are used, so area is also 5 centimeter, and because each of them is made of 5 similar squares, the area will be 5 centimeter only for all the shapes. Remember this thing, very important point. Understood? This is also given in your textbook. Let us see. Okay, this picture you will find in your textbook in lesson how many squares, and 3 grids or 3 shapes they have already made it for us, and remaining 9 shapes you have to make it. Okay, there will be total 12 shapes, 12 pentaminos, and remaining 9 shapes you have to draw. in the textbook itself. No need to draw in the notebook. In the textbook itself, on this page, you have to draw the remaining 9. Now, in the previous slide, we saw all 12 pentaminos. Out of 12, these 3 are already here. Just you have to find out which 9 are not here, and those 9 you have to draw in this chart in the textbook itself. Okay, now let us see what are the questions given below this chart in the textbook. Okay, here are some questions just below that picture or image. How many different shapes can you draw? In your textbook you can find these questions are there, and the question is how many different shapes can you draw? So as you know, how many pentaminos we drew? We drew 12 pentaminos total. 3 already they had given, remaining 9 we drew, so total 12 we drew. All right, the next question, which shape has the longest perimeter? How much? All right, so longest perimeter is 12 centimeter. And which shape? All the shape except shape P. Okay, which shape has the shortest perimeter? How much? Shape P has the shortest perimeter. How much? 10 centimeter. What is the area of the shapes? Area of each shape is 5 square centimeter. That's simple. Why? Because there are total 5 squares in each grid or in each shape. All right. So in this way we can conclude that area remains same for all the 12 pentaminos, while perimeter is also same for all the pentaminos except shape P. The perimeter for shape P is 10 centimeter and the perimeter for all other remaining pentaminos is 12 centimeter, while the area is 5 centimeter, 5 square centimeter. All right. Okay. So in this way we conclude our lesson. I mean this module will continue further. Till that time you read this properly, try to understand, and just copy properly in your notebook and complete your homework as well. Okay, thank you.